Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw. I'm here in York, England, and we're here at the Grand, which is the five-star luxury hotel, the only one in York. And we're here with Aziz Yessi of the Grand. We're going to talk about this wonderful hotel, which has some updates and some great new additions. And this is Insider Travel Report. Aziza, first of all, thank you. You hosted us here. It's been a wonderful time to be here in York. And let's talk a little bit about the history of the Grand. What was this building originally?
Yeah, this building was originally built as the Northern Eastern Railway Company, which goes back to 1906. So the building is quite historical. And then in 2010, it was converted into the hotel. And then 2 years ago, we invested £15 million and redeveloped it. So the building doubled the rooms. So now it's 207 rooms. It has another restaurant, which is 160-seater restaurant, and cookery school, as well as the White Rose Lounge, which is executive lounge.
Yeah, no, it was wonderful. I actually was here before the addition, and it was a beautiful older building. It originally was, I guess, the head of the railway, right?
Yes, correct. It used to be a Northern Eastern Railway Company.
Yeah. And in fact, the suite, we are actually in the penthouse suite, which was part of, I think, the office or something of one of the chairmen or something originally. Or?
Yeah, it used to be an apartment of the chairman,
okay.
So you can see it's as a flat.
Yeah,
it is.
Now talk a little bit about. So the original hotel had how many rooms?
It used to have 100 rooms. So we added another 107 rooms to it, and now it's it's a proper 207 rooms. 207
rooms. And indeed, the older rooms are really of high ceilings, incredible. I have one of the older rooms, like I remember. And then the newer rooms in the new wing are very, very up-to-date, very modern as well, right?
Yes, that's true. So we have now an original building and the Roman house, which is the modern. So in the modern building, you can see that it's cozy and gives you a contemporary feel. Rather than the original building, you can feel the history there. The ceilings are very high, the windows is massive. So in modern building, there is more of a
classic feel, I think, to it. Very much so. The modern building is really wonderful as well. Now, you have restaurants, great eating. We've had breakfast and dinner there. Talk a little bit about the dining and drinking part of the hotel.
Sure. We have 2 bars and 2 restaurants. One of them is a fine dining restaurant, with the Hudson's, which is a 9-course tasting menu with the wine pairing. And another restaurant is our main restaurant, where you can have an afternoon tea, lunch and dinner, as well as a breakfast. So that's called a rice restaurant. Yeah. And
then, of course, you mentioned the cookery school, and we actually have a separate video coming out on the cookery school and the man who runs it. Talk a little bit about the cookery school. That began with the new wing, right?
Yes, that's the finest cookery school in the city. We only opened it in 1st of March, so now it boasts more than 50 different courses, starting from 2-hour course, half-day, and full-day courses.
Yeah. Now, talk a little bit about York. Is such a wonderful city, and this hotel is within just a walking distance of everything. It's a small city. Talk a little bit about some of the attractions in York that visitors will find interesting.
Yeah, I would say York is a new emerging destination, and it's certainly worth the coming and visiting it. One of the reasons is that this city has so much history in it. It's 2,000 years of history. The city was built by Romans, invaded by Vikings, and all the attractions is more or less going around that history.
Yeah, no, and so you have York Minster, and you have wonderful old houses. One of my favorites was the National Railway Museum, which is an amazing place, and really, it's a time you can spend at least 2 or 3 days in York, and then use it as a base to go all around the countryside, right?
Yes, I absolutely agree. It's not a one-day destination. It's definitely about 3 to 5 days, because there is not only a city attractions, there's so much more to see outside the city. The Yorkshire moors and dales, and there's beautiful castles around, just about 30 minutes away from the York.
Yeah. Now, obviously, you're not from York, and you've been living here for how long now?
altogether in UK, I've been living for 2 years. So myself, as a tourist, I'm exploring York every weekend.
Yeah, and you have this wonderful hotel to base yourself at, and it's amazing. Again, thank you so much. It's been wonderful to come back to this wonderful hotel to learn all about the new addition and, of course, the cookery school. And you and I were actually at, as we were watching Andrew, who's the chef down there, teach us all that. That's a marvelous addition.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it.
I certainly did. And I'm James Schillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.